How to find and breed most mobs in Minecraft can be answered in literally 3 seconds. You find them in this biome and then you breed 2 of them together using this food, and then they go into love mode and boom, a baby pops out. However, the sniffer is a bit more complicated because they don't exactly grow on trees besides this one, and if you want to breed 2 sniffers together, you'll need an ingredient which can only be found using the sniffer. It is a self-fulfilling mob that can create one of the most interesting and honestly fascinating farms, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly how and why that works, because here's the deal, this is big update questions where I answer your questions about updates as concisely but yet as fully as possible, and this time, we love Minecraft updates on this channel, and if you want the concisest answer to where do you find the sniffers and how do you breed them, it's underwater and using seeds that come from the sniffers, but that is kind of complicated, so let's go back in time to how the sniffer was added. The sniffer won the mob vote that was held for 1.20, and it was promised as an archaeological find mob. So the reason the sniffer exists is a way to find 2 brand new plants, the Torchflower and there's obviously the Pitcher Plant, but the 2 wonderful plants that you're going to find require a sniffer to begin with, and the sniffer is long extinct. So you're going to need to go to the bottom of the ocean to find him. I recommend before going, you take at least some of these items. You could get yourself a conduit, you could get a water-breathing potion, you could get yourself respiration on a helmet, or the trusty turtle helmet if you're feeling low budget. But anyway, take one of these things along with a brush, and then go to the bottom of your oceans and look for warm ocean ruins. You're going to find these right over here, and if you dig on any given suspicious sand, that is sand that looks just a little bit, sus in my opinion, you'll notice it because it will start to break when you do it rather than nothing. When you dig through the sand, you have a 6.7% chance of getting one of these. We're going to pretend that happened to me. Wow, I just got a sniffer egg. And now, once you've got a single sniffer egg, you can do something cute. Go back to your overworld, you could grow them underwater, and place this down on any block you choose. This is something that actually Buster has tested on all sorts of different blocks. These sniffers will hatch on basically anything you put them on, and once they do so, they'll grow into snifflets. Although my snifflets seem to have grown into full-blown sniffers, but they will grow into cute little baby mobs, and that is adorable. Eventually the baby mob grows into an adult, and then all you need is a second one. You can make do with just one sniffer, but just like with any animal, you could bring one on your, super suspicious ark that you claim is going to save you from the world, or you could bring 2 on there, and now you've got an infinite supply. This is exactly what Mojang did with the cave update. They heard we wanted one, and so rather than releasing 1, they released 2, which could then breed together for all of eternity, and that's a bad joke. People keep calling this Caves and Cliffs Part 4. If you insist it is, then it's basically the result of 2 sniffer eggs as opposed to 1. Anyway, once you've got a couple of sniffers, they've got a really small chance of eventually finding some seeds if they're above some grass, or maybe because they're so big they're going to walk over a fence and go be free instead, but it's their choice as to what they do. Sniffers are an uncontrollable mob. They won't attack you as a player, but they won't help you as a player. They're very much neutral to your existence, just like my parents were. But anyway, the important thing about them is if you do collect enough of them together, or rather if you just have a couple of them and you wait, they'll eventually grow some seeds. If I show you a big batch of them together in this big glass field, you'll see how eventually sniffers will start digging up seeds from the ground. This can take a little while, but the process isn't so vile. Oh look, we got a wandering trader joining us, because honestly, you can just sit here vaguely, and eventually I think you'll find some seeds pop up like we did somewhere over here. Did you see those seeds? Did I imagine that? Anyway, the most important thing you need to know is the seeds that they drop up for you can either be used, so this is just a minecart with a hopper in it that's running through and collecting any seeds that happen to be dropped, and then they're gathering into this chest right here. So we can take these seeds, and if we wanted to, we could plant them in the ground by hoeing it down like you normally do, or we could take these to the sniffers because they sniff these seeds for a reason, and they absolutely love them, and they'll love each other if you give them to them. This is, oh, look at that, that was cute. Anyway, the fun thing about this is if you go around an entire horde of them, you'll see very quickly that you won't see very much at all, but you'll also see that this is the fastest way to get some breeding done. You get some lovely XP, you get a sniffer egg, which you can then choose where you place it yourself. This must be one of the first mobs in Minecraft which breeds in a way that allows you just to, to place yourself the baby mob, because now I could place those baby mobs in here, or I could place them anywhere else I wanted to. But yeah, having a giant sniffer farm, this one is very satisfying to look at, is something you're going to want if you feel like having a lot of these seeds. Obviously, you can also grow them by taking a few of them, and you've got a few options for it, but the sniffer is an interesting way to find new plants in Minecraft, and that is something which you might not realize, and now you do at the end of this video. This is something, look at all these sniffers too. This is something which goes very nicely with these sniffer pots, in my opinion, and it's something which makes the 1.20 update very much an update that's going to confuse people a long time after it, because the sniffers are a mob that you're not going to find unless you specifically are going out and looking for them. Some tiny percent of players will go to the ocean, will specifically know about archaeology, will specifically find the sniffer eggs and then hatch them and work out how to breed them, but this is very much a feature you find out about from internet tutorials, and so I think that is an interesting place for Minecraft to take the game, and maybe a successful one. Who knows? Will the sniffers be wonderful, or will they be left in history forever? Who knows for sure? All I know is that perhaps you should consider subscribing to the channel. This has been a crazy little Q&A Saturday with 5 separate videos, but I hope you've enjoyed them all regardless. I think it's been a lot of fun, and if you have as well, then I don't know, you can tell me in the comments down below. This is the only channel where I talk about Minecraft Bedrock in the most true and ideally unbiased terms I can. I don't deliberately avoid saying things if they're important to say, and I will make sure that I cover as much as I can on this channel. Hopefully you subscribe to see more of that, because I'll see you in the next one. Okay, goodbye.